Hello everybody, today I am not in scrubs because I am going to talk about cats and dogs and bunnies. So most of you, if you follow my channel, know that we got 3 kittens this summer in July. So we've had them like 2.5 months now. And I just want to share with you some of my favorite pet products for anyone that's looking to add a cat, kitten, bunny, dog to their life. And you want some guidance as to what you really need and would be helpful and what you can probably skip or avoid. I hope to share that for you here in this video. Okay, first, if you are toying with the idea of an automated litter cleaner like robot thing, do it. 100%, like do it. If you can afford it and make it work in your budget, it is the best choice I ever made. The grossest thing about having cats is having to, I think, clean up after them, because I had dogs and I still have dogs, but my dogs, they go to the bathroom outside. And yes, you have to clean up after them in the yard, but it's very different than scooping a dusty, yucky litter box. So I did not want to be scooping in the litter box. So I did not. I got a Litter Robot 4. I have dedicated 2 other videos to it if you want to check out the unboxing and setup and then my review. I love it. I had one and like a week later I bought another one. I would love a third one upstairs, but that's a little too much. So for now I'm toning it down, but I highly recommend it if you can afford it. It's really great to get a high quality, well-made litter robot. The Litter Robot 4 is what I got and love, and my kittens have loved it and used it as well. So if you want to check that out, I'll link that below. But yeah, that's my first kind of thought, because that was my first question myself. I was like, should I get one of these automatic litter robot things? And I started with Modcat, like a big litter box, and then I did a few days of scooping, was disgusted, and finally ordered the automatic one. So just do it. If you can afford it, just do it. Go big or go home. So we'll kind of go by categories. First, like the health of the cat, right? So I'm a pediatric dentist talking about the overall health of the cat and then their teeth. What do you need to do to keep them healthy? Well, we got 3 kittens. So I did get, and I had a friend who was a cat mom recommend like a pheromone spray. A spray that you can spray in certain areas of the house if they're trying to mess or like scratch the furniture, which I've got little stickers. You can keep them from scratching the furniture, which are nice, but I did that spray as well. And then there's also just like a kumbaya kind of spray of pheromones that you can keep in the area where the cats are together if you have multiple, and that kind of helps them get along. And ours all really get along well. They really like each other. So recommend that spray. I think it's called Comfort Zone, but there's a couple different ones. I like this one. I'll put it up here. And then when you're taking them to the vet, there are a lot of initial visits. You want to get them their routine vaccinations. We got ours spayed, so no more kittens in the world. Even though they're going to be indoor cats, we still got them spayed. And I highly recommend you to see your vet, get all their vaccinations, get your cats spayed or neutered. And you want to have a carrier, I think, that is soft and flexible. Those hard ones, especially if you have multiple cats, it's just a little more complex, complicated. So I love the soft carriers, and they kind of serve as a bed in the interim, and it helps them get desensitized to them. So this soft carrier I really liked, and then we had them out still during the day, and so they'll go in and like sleep in it, and then we'll put them away. Sometimes if someone's coming over to like deliver a piece of furniture or clean or do something, we'll put them in there. And so it's not just to go to the vet, and that is really helpful for them when they do need some care. So I love a soft carrier, and that's my favorite one. For food, I kind of went down the rabbit hole, as probably a lot of you have, and we landed on Nutro, the kitten food, and they've really loved that, enjoyed it. It is a hard food, but it has a high protein content. It was good transition from the food that they were already on at the shelter, and that's the main thing you're going to look at, is what were they already on when you got them, and then find a food that they can transition to. When they're adults, I plan to get them this one. It is Blue Buffalo. I like both of those and the ingredients and the companies that make them. For their dental health, you know, I'm a dentist. I want to be brushing their teeth. So for my dogs, I use a triple-sided toothbrush. It has 3 sides shaped like a triangle. It's actually the same brush I recommend for toddlers too. It's called Surround by Specialized Care Co. I'm going to link all this stuff down here. I will link it all for you if you can't find it. But a Surround toothbrush. You want to use a toothpaste that does not have xylitol. So if you really wanted to use a toothpaste for your pet that had fluoride, like, can you use your kids' toothpaste? Technically, yes. You just got to be sure the ingredients are safe. The main ingredient you want to watch out for with your pets is xylitol. It's definitely toxic to dogs. A higher dose can be toxic to cats as well. So don't use a toothpaste that has xylitol. There's one called Burt's Bees, and check the ingredients to be sure, because they change all the time. But Burt's Bees Kids is like fruity flavored, and my cats like it, dogs like it, and it has fluoride in it. So you can use that for your animal. I also like OxyFresh. They have a whole line of like dental care products for your pets, and they have a water additive that's going to help counteract bad breath bacteria. And then also they have a toothpaste as well, and I have both of those toothpaste, the Burt's Bees and that one from OxyFresh, and I use both. And you can also use little treats like greenies that are going to help with daily use to remove stuck on food debris and plaque. Now toys are of course the biggest thing, and it's going to depend on your animal what they like the most. But I saw one of the most reviewed ones was a little spring, and I thought that's kind of silly, but it was really cheap. And they were like, buy multiple because they'll get lost. And darn were they ever right. My cats love them, for one. They chase them around. I'll try and show a little video of them. And then they bring it in their mouth and they're like so proud, carrying like, I killed the spring. Like, it's just adorable. And they bat it around, chase it. They play together, but they do get lost. I cannot even tell you how many I have now, 20 plus, and maybe there's 3 that are free. I don't know where they've gone. When we find it one day, it'll be a celebration. Woohoo! But these little springs are really, really fun. My cats love them. They're really cheap. Buy a bunch. You can't go wrong either with a good laser pointer. My kids really like this one. You can turn it and change it to like a smiley face and a star and a mouse, and they think that's really silly. And then this fishing pole thing is really fun. The cats love it, but you have to be careful with your young kids that they don't fling it into somebody's eye. Could get real serious real fast. So we actually took that away from my kids, even though they loved playing with it because they were freaking us out, especially the 3-year-old was like flinging it around and the cat's grabbing it, and my husband and I play with the cats with it, and it is really fun. And then you want to be sure you get something with catnip in it. Kitties love that catnip, and their favorite one is this little weird leaf. I don't know why they love it so much. It must be the right shape or something, but they can just like hold it and they nuzzle it and lay on their back. It's really funny. And a little banana too, they like a lot. And there's one other toy that's a little bit for young kids and the kittens. It is a Hot Wheels tower, and we found this on sale. It's like $100-ish, but you might be able to find it on deals. I'll link it below. But you have the kids run the cars down the tower and they think it's a mouse. And so they're sitting there like watching and waiting and chasing and pouncing at the cars, and the kids think it's hilarious, and it's a lot of fun. So that's been one of their favorite toys that we didn't even expect to be a cat toy, but it has become one, and my kids love it. They all look forward to playing together. Now for sleep, I love cat towers. I actually got mine at Costco. I don't have a link for that, but just find a good cat tower with multiple places to climb, multiple tiers, and lots of snuggly beds. I actually added this little fuzzy bed to mine. It's really comfy and cozy. But really my favorite place that my kittens love to sleep, the front of our house gets full sun, and so we actually put a tier of 2 hammocks. So they have window suction cup hammocks, and we put little warming pads in them, and they just go and lay in those like all day. They love them. They get so warm, so cozy, and they're just their little kitty cat hammocks, and they'll sit on them together. It's really cute. So I love the cat hammocks. And now the real question is, I have 2 dogs, 1 bunny, 3 kittens. How do I keep my house clean? 1, I use a spray bottle to keep them off of the counters because that was gross. They were jumping on my counters, couldn't stand that. There's a viral video of my cat Gracie, who I did not realize had been chewing on my straw. And there was this song that goes with like, how long has this been going on? And that really was my thought. I was like, like the psycho violence, like, that was me. I was like, oh no, how long has this been happening? Because I saw it in like September. So anyway, so get a spray bottle, good spray bottle, keep them off the counter. If you have messes like pee-pee accidents, there's this stuff called Angry Orange. It smells a lot like the orange Gooby Gone stuff if you use that to clean off sticky things. Not the same stuff, but smells similar. It's a really strong orange, so it neutralizes those like urine odors. Also helpful if you're potty training a toddler. So I love that. Or just like white vinegar in a spray bottle. I clean with both of those 2 things, and that's really all you need for cleaning up messes. In my kitchen, which is like the main area where we are and the cats frequent along with the kids, I love the Medify air purifiers. I got those back when we were having all the wildfire smoke, and they've just been great for cats and allergens too. My husband's allergic to cats. He's a deer and has been going through 18 months of like allergy shots, so he's not nearly as allergic as he used to be, but reducing that allergen amount has really helped him. The MA25 is what I have in our kitchen, and I replace those filters about every 3 months, and you can get them on auto order on Amazon, which is really nice. I also have a link that you can order through the company if you wanted to, but either way you could get them from either place, and they're great. For around the litter box, so you guys know I love my auto, like I never scoop litter except my tiny upstairs litter box, which is like their backup one they don't really use, but around the litter box they do have some litter spray out. Oh, and that's one thing I'll say. So I don't know the best cat litter. I went down the rabbit hole of this just like food, and I really wanted to be eco-friendly and not use clay-based litter because it like, I don't know, it's just, there was all this stuff I read and felt horrible about using it, but my kittens would not use any of the other fancy super awesome litters, the pretty litter. They wouldn't use the compostable litter. They only wanted Fresh Step, the little clay, and so that's what they were used to, and I will use what is functional in my home, and I hope other people's cats will tolerate other things. So I use Fresh Step. Is it the best? I don't know. It controls odor really, really well. It works great in the Litter Robot 4. It is nice and sifts through that, and it clumps really well and cleans up and holds the odor. Like I only change out the poopy bin in the bottom of the Litter Robot 4 once a week with 3 kittens and 2 of those robots, and it's really nice. So I'll say that about the litter. I don't have the magic solution to like low dust. It's not good for them technically to breathe in the dust. That's another reason I really like that Litter Robot. I feel like it's not nearly as dusty as the Mod Cat litter box that I had that had high walls, was kind of holding the dust in. It's a big circular dome, but it's like sifting out the litter after they've left, and it's not very really messy, and even though they kick it up, I don't know, in my head it just seems less dusty. So I like that litter, but they do track some out. It is low tracking, but I mean everything, even the low tracking litters still track, and so I use just a little dustpan and a brush, and I have a Black & Decker vacuum that I keep by each litter station. So I have 2 of those, just like I have 2 litter robots. And then this is a purchase that my mom made me get, but we were literally like living in hairball dust bunnies in my home. Because we have a rabbit that we did not realize shedded nearly as much as he does. He literally has tufts of hair floating around in his room. And then the 3 kittens shed quite a bit. And then we have a Klekai, which is like a mini husky dog that has a big fluffy undercoat. And then a terrier who's basically bald and has a beard. He's funny. He doesn't shed that much, but still. There's a lot of hair in our home, and my mom was like, Taylor, you need to invest in a good vacuum. So I did, and she was right. I really needed this one. It is a Dyson Ball, the animal vacuum, and it gets up so much hair. It has really great attachments for getting into nooks and crannies where hair is hiding out. I love this vacuum. Highly recommend it. We also, in our home, because we have a kitchen that is, again, where most of us frequent, that is hardwood, we have the little robot mop and a robot vacuum that go overnight just to clean up crumbs and, again, the hair. So we have that robot. It's like a Brava, I think. It's from iRobot. It's white, and it goes in mops like 3 times a week, and then we set every night the little Roomba vacuum to go, and that really keeps the hair to a minimum. The front room, which has some carpet, my robots don't go in there. That's where I vacuum with the Dyson, and my living room that's carpeted. I just love them. So those to me are some of the most essential cat products. If there's anything, one thing that I think you need to get, it's not the thing I'm affiliated with. I have no affiliate link. I don't think it's on Amazon. It's just that litter robot. It is so great. If you haven't watched the video, go find it in the description. I really, really love that for any new cat parents that don't want to be scooping litter. But if there's anything I missed, let me know. If there are more seasoned cat parents, pet parents out there, we have 1 bunny, 2 dogs, 3 kittens, and I would love to know what you like, what are your favorite products. If you have any suggestions for the litter scenario, I've tried them all. If you've got anything you think will work that is more eco-friendly, less dusty, I would love to know in the comments. While you're here, if this was helpful, be sure to hit that subscribe and join and check in with my lives to find out more about what the kitties are up to, and I'll answer any questions you might have about teeth. Thanks so much for being here. And here is the video that YouTube wants you to check out next.